Pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball. The 3-0 pitch, swing and long drive. There it is, number 500, the career 500th home run for Michael Jack Smith. The base is loaded.
Welcome to the Fan Lot, brought to you by Old City Sports Network. Good hump day. Oh boy. Was there any point in today where a heart attack was allowed?
Several times today, for sure.
If I had beer at work, I was drinking it. That was... Actually, I lied.
About what?
Well, I didn't have headphones. So all the bullshit that was happening at the beginning, when I put my headphones in, they started winning. I just want to point that out.
You know what's funny? I took a shot and they started to win.
And I was going to kill you. I was like, she's drinking without me and I'm here suffering.
I didn't have any beers. I had 2 shots throughout the entire game.
I had my Whitewood and I'm sitting there like, oh, I want it. There's a beer right now as this team is destroying my mental stability. Is that double doozy?
Yep.
Who do we have in the comments?
Oh, and then we have Corey too. Brandon says, "What's up, guys?" And miners.
Dude, he Snapchat messaged me that, and I was like, I'm so proud of this right now. Everybody to the fucking Miners.
Corey and I have been talking all day throughout the game, and we had some words for sure. Corey says, I need a new radio in my dozer. I punched it a few times. Star Wars 99, I see your comment too, buddy, but I'm going to wait till we get into the dugout to put it up there.
These two nerds Snapchatted me almost the same exact thing. And I'm like, the nerd squad is on full blast right now.
Corey and I, we were fuming. We were hot, dude.
Yeah.
We were not happy at all. I actually wish I could have like screen record. I wish they weren't Snapchat so I could screen record his reaction to a lot of the things and just put it as a clip. I loved it, Corey.
See, I don't think a lot of people understand what this series meant. and how
okay, Mister, I don't care about the series.
No.
You said that pre-show, and you know it.
You stop with your lies. You're a liar that lies. There's no video evidence of this whatsoever.
You said it several times.
No, I did care about this series. It's the other side of it. Like, I want to play the crybabies. Like, I'm so excited to come home tomorrow and watch the crybabies because I'm going to be talking a mass amount of shit the entire time.
I know.
But the Diamondbacks are a good team. They came into the series 7 games over 500. And, I mean, it's not like the previous games we lost. We weren't getting our asses kicked for no reason against some bad team.
Yeah.
We showed that fighting Phils that we are in this 3-game series. And I think that is a huge thing if you want to do anything and take away from this.
I mean, it was not looking good up until the very end for today. Corey Welk says, #nerds unite.
Oh,
love it. Brandon says, can we talk about the ump call on the Rojas at bat? Vince and I had a long conversation about that when he came home from work.
I mean, Rob talked about it, and the batter's box was non-existent at that point, and his right foot was hypothetically out of the box at that point, and he addressed Strom. He
stepped out.
Well,
his one foot stepped out of the box.
Mm-hmm. Well, he called timeout, which he already. This is the fucking second time in the game that, and the umpire. I think the umpire denied the first one, but this is the second time. Or no. The umpire had to address him, and that's when everything started. And then he stepped out of the box, and he put his left foot in like the hokey pokey, and he just walked it all about because he addresses Strom, and the umpire thinks he's in the batting box, and he's not. So Strom's standing there.
Strom?
Or not Strom. Oh my God. Kimbrel. My bad. But he looks at him like, dude, you're not even the batter box. The clock actually just started, so it was 20 seconds.
The whole thing was a shit show.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Nobody had any idea what was going on. And it frustrated me that the umpire didn't even address the crowd. Like, nobody had any idea.
Yeah.
I hate that. Corey says, I didn't see it, the Rojas deal yet. Game was on record, but I heard it on the but I heard it on the radio.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it was. I sent him a snap. I'm like, this is absolutely insane. I'm over it. Also, Corey's asking what was up with Harper and the home ump in the first inning. He got very upset with the calls and started arguing, and I think that kind of threw him off for a couple of innings, to be honest. Also, y'all, this umpire was so bad. He was horrendous.
I heard Rob almost came out because he called
Rob came out once.
Yeah, like towards the end of the game, like they on the radio, they thought he was going to be ejected because he called a strike that was a ball on both sides all game, and then all of a sudden, and it was so far off, it wasn't even. And
you also saw a lot of the players in the dugout like yelling at the ump too several times. It was just a lot. Ryan's in the comments. He says, Bohm shows why he needs to bat higher, and no, I don't want to hear about him batting low for balance. He needs to have more at-bats. The higher someone bats, the more at-bats, the more plate appearances they will have. One of the best with runners on.
I like Bohm in the back of the order, and today showed it. Having Bohm in that spot, it's Bohm in the entire postseason and the ass end of last season batted from anywhere from 6th to the 8th spot and showed why he needs to be there. He is an inspiration to this team when he is in that position, and we need him to stay there. If you put him in the 2 spot, cool. You're going to have him get at bats, but when you need the team to be boosted and get something behind them, that's where you need Bohm. And he does well there. First
off, you know who should be moved lower? Trey Turner. I'm saying. I'm just talking real.
No, we were kind of talking about it. You said, shut up, we should talk about this live. And I was like, whoa. That's like a day from now, bro. But no, if you look at his strikeouts, he strikes it. It's going to sound stupid, but in the 1, 2, 3 position. He strikes out the most. And I know apparently, I mean, I must have been drunk, but you said the other day that he should be in the 5 spot. And I couldn't see a harm in doing it and seeing what happens. Like, maybe it's just he's in that point in his career where he's not a leadoff, top of the order guy. See how he is on the 5 spot. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Put him back in the 2 spot.
So let me catch up on comments here.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan says, Boom is a great hitter. Why have a great hitter bat low? Makes no sense. I don't want to hear. It's for balance. Ron Duffney's in the comments. He says, I like you. That's so sweet. And then Brandon. I'm going to say it. I saw it earlier. I didn't put it up, and I'm going to say it. He says, Braves fans better get the lube ready.
Oh, we're going to make them cry game 1.
And Star Wars 99 says, send all to the minors. You guys, sometimes I feel like you guys just say minors on purpose because then we have to drink. And it's all about Vince.
But no, Brian, I really need you to understand. If you put all of your hard and great at-bats or batters at the beginning of the order and you start straying away from the back end, that's going to affect the game and the lineup. You need someone that's going to inspire in the back end. And Boone didn't even do good last season. He played a couple games in the 2 spot when Harper was out. Harper and JT were out. He was in the 2 spot. He didn't do all too well there. He's not a leadoff guy. He is a back of the order inspiration. It's not about balance. It's about winning and where he fits in, and that's where he fits in.
Corey Welk wants to talk about the bearded wonder and what he did today. I was really happy for that, especially since he was having tenderness in his shoulder. But, guys, we haven't even gotten into the dugout yet. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Righteous Felon, you can go to www.righteousfelon.com and use promo code OCSN for 15% off the best beef jerky around.
And they're from Westchester. They're from Delco.
For sure.
Which makes them a better beef jerky company. You don't want that hillbilly shit. You want that good grade A. Well, they're not really hypothetically Delco. They're Chester County, but
hillbilly.
Yeah, you guys don't know how to make beef jerky anymore. We took over. Delco products are the best.
We're gonna fight off air. I just want you to understand that. So the Phillies lost twice. They did get today's win, which was so much needed, beyond belief needed. It was very exciting. Way up in the beginning of the comments, Star Wars 99 says that Trey Turner is the player of this series. I want to know what you guys all think. Yeah. Who do you believe is the player of the series? Go ahead, Vince.
Dude, on paper, I want to give it to Harper. He made the most out of it. 1 for 2, 2 for 3, 1 for 4. Inspired the team. Had that, I know he had like kind of a rough day today, but I mean, he was the one that kind of sparked that comeback.
So I gave it to Bohm. Obviously he gave us that walk-off win today. Both Bohm and Turner could have easily had it because they're both tied with 3 RBIs this series, which was the most. But I did want to give a very special shout out to Bryson Stott. If he did not get on base, I feel like he kind of got things going. He got that extra run in for us. I think he deserves like an honorable mention.
So does Marsh. I mean, he found his bat today.
And also Vasquez, our relief pitcher, he was really the first one in this game today to shut down the D-backs. And I felt like that was a huge momentum for the rest of our bullpen. So I think that those guys should definitely get an honorable mention for sure.
Mm-hmm. And Kimbrel. I mean,
and what?
Coming in the 10th inning, guy already on second as a zombie runner, and just not even letting it bother him. That's something that I really feel like has been a problem with these guys is when someone gets on, they're so distracted. Like, dude, Don't worry about them. Just do your job. Strike a dude out or put the ball in the play where we can get an out and just go with it.
Mm-hmm.
And he fucking held down the fort today.
It's crazy that I think they walked Harper, from remembering correctly, when they were already had that ghost runner on, and then there was that pitch that was the catcher missed it or whatever, wild pitch, and they were able to steal the bases.
No, they walked Schwarber.
Schwarber, thank you. You're correct.
Yeah. Because
Yes.
Guthrie came on in place of Castellanos. They walked Schwarber and then walked Clemens. Because who? Yeah, then boom, right? That would have been the order. Or am I? I'm not stupid, am I? I feel like I'm stupid.
I feel like this is a trick question. I don't want to answer it.
All right.
We spent a lot of time in the beginning of the show. So let's go ahead and talk about our pitching, because I know everybody has a lot of opinions about this. So let's just get into it. Pitcher's Poison is brought to you by Row One Brand. You can go to www.row1brand.com for all of your vintage sports gifts, memorabilia, art, and American sports history. Use code OCSN for 15% off your order.
Awesome stuff.
Oh, yeah. They've got the coolest things imaginable.
They don't have my phone case, so I'm not going to change that out.
Corey, I like your answer. He says, you know what? I'll just say it. Player of the series to me was the bullpen. They have been so heavily relied on that it's just insane.
Mm-hmm.
So thank God that they're still able to pull it out for us.
It's nice that they kind of found their spot finally, like their
Mm-hmm.
groove. Because besides the first game, they didn't really let many runs up.
So Ricky Boa, because like him and I talk now on Twitter.
I'm gonna shove this pen down my throat.
Oh my God. He was saying earlier to me directly, I know it was to me directly, it's the momentum. If you have like the bullpen, one guy come in and just really start to blow runs and all that, they don't do best when they bring in the next guy. But if that bullpen first pitcher is doing well, the next guy does well. And it's all about momentum. And I wholeheartedly agreed with that.
You mean like the fifth monkey experiment? Huh?
Anyways, in game one, we saw...
that's exactly what the fifth monkey experiment is there, babe.
In game one, we saw Zach Wheeler. He did awful. Was it the first inning?
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah, just right off the rip was bad.
He did kind of get it back together. It was 6 innings he went. He had 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned runs. He walked 1 guy, only got 3 strikeouts, which is absolutely unheard of being Wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
He gave up 2 home runs. He did end up throwing 108 pitches. His ERA is now a 4.11.
That's not that bad of an increase from his 406, but he still he allowed, and our fielding was a part of that. But I feel like Rob learned his lesson.
Did he?
That consistency is not key all the time. So I think he's starting to move the players and not caring about comfort level and caring about actually being in positions they need to be. Because it seemed like today they did rather well fielding the ball compared to the 2 prior games.
Yeah. Corey brings up a something I know we're all feeling. We are definitely missing Alvarado for sure. Hopefully we get him back.
Yeah, in like 2 weeks.
Soon. Ron Duffney says Phillies all the way. Hell's yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, man.
So after Wheeler was pulled, Vasquez came in, who went 1 inning. He was phenomenal again. He had 1 strikeout. He threw 13 pitches. His ERA at the end of that game was a 1.27. It did come down after today's game.
He seems very confident on that.
He's locked in.
Yeah.
He's completely locked in right now, and I love to watch it.
I don't know if he's going to be a like huge like decision maker, but he is definitely somebody we lacked in the postseason. Like that guy that could just come in when all hell's breaking loose
Well,
and just calm everything.
At one point, that was Dominguez, and that has
fuck
not been him at all this year.
Yeah.
But late last season, that was Dominguez,
Mhm.
and definitely Alvarado. Then we saw Hoffman come in. I like this guy.
Yeah.
He threw a full inning. He gave up 2 hits, 1 run, and 1 earned run. He had 1 strikeout, and he threw 16 pitches. His ERA was a 1.29.
Now,
And
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
I just want to ask, because did he come into an inning, or was he coming into a fresh inning?
It was a fresh inning.
Okay.
Then we saw Bellotti, who is no longer on the main roster. Newsflash. He went 1 inning. He had 1 run. He had 1 walk and 1 strikeout. He threw 22 pitches, and his ERA was a 5.68.
I don't. Right when I say I like him and I feel like he's doing good, and
Because you're jinx, Vince. You are a jinx.
Like I just, you know what? I'm just gonna mute my microphone and I'm just not gonna talk no more because I say something about somebody and it's just the next day they just fucking suck.
Most recent example was Trey Turner. You're like, he's gonna be the worst player of the series because Vince is always wrong about the best player of the series in his predictions, and they usually do horrible. So he tried to flip the switch, and it worked.
I mean, I don't know anybody on here that was the worst player. I mean, you have guys coming in to fill spots, but out of our main starters, it seemed like the batting was there.
Mhm.
It's just they really need to learn how to bring in the runs, but we'll save that for the whatever.
So let's move on to game 2, where we saw Strom basically be the opener for Covey. Strom also struggled a bit. He had 2 innings. He gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, and 2 earned runs. He had 3 strikeouts and also gave up a home run. He threw 28 pitches, which was a little disappointing. His ERA is now a 3.09. Thoughts?
Something just seemed off.
Yes.
Something seemed very off about. I don't know if it's because he closed a couple games like really good.
And I think
Not
maybe
closed, but came in.
a relief pitcher. I think maybe he's just way more confident in that position.
Yeah.
For sure. And then, like I said, we saw Covey come in for the first time as a Philly. The Phillies got him off of waivers from the Dodgers. He threw 5, or he went 5 innings. He gave up 5 hits, only 1 run and 1 earned run and 1 walk. He had 6 strikeouts, and he threw 91 pitches. And his ERA for us is a 3.00.
Rumor has it he used our promo code. He knew he was coming to Philly, so he grew his beard out real quick and then ordered some Norse beards.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's the promo code?
OCS for 25% off. Yep. Even though I think the next segment is sponsored by Norse Beards, but he's another bearded wonder on the team. So I seen his beard and I was like, all right, you already got like 10 cool points in my book. So
we love our beards around here.
Yes, we do.
After Covey, Dominguez came in, who, like we said, has been struggling. He didn't even go like a 0.1 of an inning, and he was immediately pulled.
I want to peg him with a baseball.
Yeah.
Like when you used to play hacky sack back in the day. You ever play hacky sack? Like the aggressive version of it?
Yes, Vince.
You get to peg the person. I don't think you played hacky sack the way we did.
No, obviously not.
Yeah. You just play knockout hacky sack, and you would kick the hacky sack at somebody, and the worst person got pegged by everybody with a little beanbag. I want to do that to him.
Brandon says Clemens to minors yet. He just wants us to drink, and he admitted it to me, even though we already knew it. He just loves to get you on a rant.
I know. I'm sending Harrison. He's the most useless person on this fucking team.
Also, Corey says he can't have a title till he proves a few other appearances.
What was it? Yesterday was his fuck up, right? The bad fielding.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't.
Clemens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't. Just fucking don't. And don't more, and then stop. How the fuck did you miss that?
That made zero logical sense, but I'll let you have
It
it.
made every bit of sense.
So let's finish talking about Dominguez. He gave up 2 hits, 1 run, an earned run, a walk. He had no strikeouts. He only threw 11 pitches, and his ERA is a 4.26.
How do you suck that bad at life?
Dude. And then Soto came in, who I have been very off and on with.
He's another person I'm going to peg with a hacky sack.
I'm glad that you specifically say hacky sack.
I can't stop at peg.
Exactly.
Even though I can't hypothetically peg him, but there's that.
Let's move on. Soto went 1 inning. He had 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. He threw 20 pitches. His ERA was a 4.64. And then Marte came out to close the game. And oh, Marte. He went 1 inning. He threw 11 pitches. His ERA after game 2 is a 12.86. So gross.
Yeah, but he didn't allow any runs, though.
He did not.
Him coming back from being sent down, I feel like he got control.
It could be a good thing, like happened to Alvarado last year.
Because he's throwing 98s, 96, 98 on his fastball. And it seemed like this series, because he came in today too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, his control seemed like it was very much there. So I think I might have to dial back some hate, because I kind of, when I seen that he got called back up and he came into the game yesterday and today, I was like, I hate this guy, but he hasn't messed up, so I can't find a reason to hate him right now besides his prior offenses.
So with that being said, let's move on to today's game. And Corey Welk, do not disappoint. I want to hear all of your hate and your frustrations and your anger about our starting pitcher today, which was the almighty Ranger Suarez.
Still not mad at him.
Corey says, skip.
Still not mad at him.
Vince, you didn't even watch what we watched, okay?
Listen.
No.
Listen.
No.
Listen.
Let me just say this. All 5 runs that the D-backs had, he was responsible for. So, no.
Listen. He is finding his fucking spot right now.
Vince, this is his 3rd start.
Yes.
Okay, as a starter, you should not be finding your spot right now.
Oh my God, you've defended Aaron Nola for the longest time, and he went through like 7 or 8 games, and now I know why. Oh, you're just like the dog.
I'm gonna have to beat you up. Brandon says Ranger was definitely in danger today. Thank you, Brandon.
He's finding control, and he used a bad pitching.
He's even slower. Ricky and I talked about this one too today. He is even slower, like in the pitch clock. Ranger always used to be like really fast with his pitches. He's now getting down when the pitch clock's like 3 or 2 seconds left and just now starting to throw. Something with Ranger is off. And it's okay to admit that you were wrong. And yep, we're all right.
Okay. Well, you know what?
What's up, Ron?
I will make a decision on him his next start. How about that?
The decision's already been made. Majority
your decision
rules.
on Nola, where's that at? God, you made that so quick on Ranger.
Corey.
He didn't even have a spring training. He didn't have a beginning of the season.
He had a rehab start. Several of them.
He just started rehab a month ago.
Listen.
You know what?
He went 5 innings. He had 5 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, only 5 strikeouts. This was all, by the way, in 3 innings. FYI.
Who pitched the home run?
He did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Nope.
Yes, he fucking did, dude. You are insane.
Who comes in next?
I'm not done. He threw 85 pitches. His ERA is a 9.82. Why are you defending that?
I feel so much hatred coming from your side
I'm
of the fence.
frustrated. You should, because I'm mad at you right now. And Corey, you're supposed to be my backup guy, and you're letting me down.
I just want to ask, is there a border wall you want to put up?
You know what? I'm going to move on to the next guy. Hold on, Corey's talking. Brandon says Nola to the minors. God damn it, Brandon.
The fuck? I mean, a beer.
I know. Corey says, you talk shit after 2 Nola starts. Ranger had 5 minor starts and 3 consecutive shit starts. Thank you.
Ranger did.
Thank you.
Ranger did not have 5.
Yes, he Dude. Guys.
Ranger went 9 fucking innings. He had one game where he went 5, and then he had 2 games where he went, I think, either 1.5 and then 3.5. He had 3 fucking starts in the minors. He was doing bullpens and simulated games.
Mm-hmm.
Bullpens and simulated games.
Mm-hmm.
He did not have
He had
5 minor starts.
Yes, he did.
No, I looked at his fucking stats the whole time. Ranger's my boy. He was texting me. He was like, yo, Rachel's probably going to talk shit. And I was like, yeah. When I was on my way home, he was like...
Ricky Vitalico and I were talking a lot today, okay?
Yeah.
And you know what? He and I feel the same way. So there's that.
He is finding his groove in the majors right now. He's getting back, and he has a lot to adjust with. And I think Corey might have a little bit of a point. He might... You said it. He might have a little bit of an lingering injury, but I don't think it's anything to be concerned about.
Dude, he has literally said consistently to the reporters, to Rob, to the pitching coach, everybody, that he feels great. He feels fantastic. Nothing's bothering him.
No shit. When you want to be a starting pitcher, you're not going to be like, hey, I'm fucking injured.
Bullshit. Because that means that you still need time away.
Do you think he wants to go away?
My God, Vince, that's not what I'm saying. You are blinded by your love for Ranger Suarez.
Do you want to send him to the minors?
No. Yeah, actually, no. No, I don't actually. No, Corey, I loved Corey's response earlier when we were Snapchatting. Send Ranger to the bullpen. Let him be a reliever. He doesn't have it yet. Like, obviously, he needs more time. He is not the Ranger Suarez that we have all become, like, come to know.
Can I ask one simple question?
God damn it, go on.
Are you jealous that me and him are friends? Is that why you have this?
I know that you're jealous. I talked to Tom McCarthy, John Kruk, and Ricky Vitalico on Twitter, and they never respond to you.
Or when you drool about Nick Castellanos' shirt being open.
It was again today. Brandon says, play nice, children. We never play nice. You know this, Brandon. Star Wars 99, thank you. He says, Ranger needs to do better, and it was Ranger that gave up the home run, like I said.
If I get a really bad tattoo artist to tattoo all you, hashtag nerd squad, would you guys do it? Like $20 tattoos.
I would totally get hashtag nerd squad. So it's Nerd Squad Unite, FYI. And yes, I'm totally get that tattoo.
Yeah, for you guys, because you want to make it sound cool.
Because we are cool.
You know, I got a surprise for all you tomorrow.
Brandon says he would too. Corey, we're gonna need you. Star Wars 99, you gotta be in it too, buddy.
I gotta remember his
Corey
name.
says he'll do it. He says, I'll do it. I got a tattoo guy. Oh, we should so do that. I'm in so need.
Did you just say in Florida?
What?
What's his last comment?
Oh, sorry. I got excited about the tattoo thing. Corey says, okay, 5 appearances in AAA and pitched in the Florida Coast League. My cousin was hitting against him in Florida. Anyways, I'm really excited about this tattoo thing. So, after Suarez, we had Hoffman come in. He only threw 0.1 inning. He struggled a bit today. He walked 3 batters, and he had 1 strikeout. He threw 24 pitches, and his ERA, I think, bumped up a tiny bit. Actually, no, it came down. Sorry. It's a 1.23. Vasquez, this is where I think the momentum switched for the team. He went 1 inning. He had 1 hit. He had 1 strikeout, and he only threw 8 pitches. His ERA is now 1.21, which I just think is awesome.
Yeah, I didn't see, but he just sounded confident. Like I know he got down, I think either his first and second batters. He got into a 3-2 count, but he got out of them. And it didn't bother him. He just stayed cool, calm. I think at that point in the game, JT was in, or
not yet.
Then he was still at Stubby, which I think that says a lot.
Corey Welk says, yo, birthday tattoo, let's fucking go. Hey, my birthday is June 14th, so it's also coming up. So yes, birthday tattoo, hashtag Nerd Squad Unites. I love it.
I'm gonna get a Snapchat at some point in the next week or two from Corey. He will actually go get this tattoo.
I will. I'm dead serious. I am dead serious. I will absolutely get this tattoo as well. Dead serious. Brandon wants to know if you're okay, man.
Yeah, then fucking I'm just getting ganged on by the fucking nerd squad, but there's that.
I love it. This is probably my favorite episode.
I know. I wish I could go in and rename the episode. Actually, no. Just
Corey says he'll go next weekend.
Just in the.
That's not going to cost much too, because that's like just lettering. Oh, I can so go next. Corey, let's go together.
In the join us part, I'm gonna just change it.
Pick you up.
And it's gonna say join Vince, Rach, and the Nerd Squad as they gang up on Vince for whatever pre or post series coverage. I think that's gonna be our
Corey, Brandon, make plans next weekend. We're getting it. Yo, that'd be a great reel too.
Why did I just get like an old school vibe from you?
What do you mean?
Oh god, it's just another movie you didn't see.
Oh, I thought you meant like actual old school.
We're going streaking through the quad.
I love it. It's a little feral.
I don't know if I want you and Corey fucking drinking together.
Yeah, it's dangerous. Anyways, Corey says, Vince, I love you, brother, but Ranger needs help. Thank you. We're all saying it. We're all thinking it, except for him.
Corey normally doesn't disagree with me, so I'm going to give him this one.
Exactly.
But I'll see how Ranger does this next start.
Dude, you didn't even see Ranger pitch. You didn't see everything he was struggling with. He is off.
Is this you didn't see what I seen? Past tense. All
right. Corey says, nobody said anything about drinking, but now that you mention it, plus Corey, we like owe each other a cookout because we had to cancel that one day. So I'm just saying. Tattoos, beers, cooking out. I'm here for it. Brandon, take off. You got to get a tattoo. After that, Brogdon came in. He made me a little nervous at one point. Oh, Corey says Monday? I don't know. I have to check. We'll talk after.
His birthday's Monday. Isn't
he's cooking at the house.
Oh, what, for Memorial Day?
Oh, yeah. Everybody's off Monday. What are we thinking? I got it back on track. We'll talk after the show. Brogdon, he went 1.2 innings. He ended up walking 3. He had bases loaded, and I was getting very, very anxious.
Why was he only throwing like one specific pitch? He was like scared of his fastball today.
Look, I don't know. I know I was going to say a lot of these guys are so taxing bullpen, but this was his first appearance this series. So I'm not quite sure what was going on with that. But he had 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. He threw 37 pitches, and his ERA is a 2.45. And Vince, here's a good comment for you. Star Wars 99 says he's not defending Ranger. Oh, wait, that's not a good comment for you. What am I saying?
He's agreeing with me. Or is he saying that?
He's saying that he's not defending Rangers, so he's not agreeing with you because he is officially a part of #Nerd Squads Unite. This is the best episode of my life.
No, they need to all at the beginning of the show. I need them all to say, "Nerd Squad checking in," and I'll address them after that. That's how the beginning of the show starts now.
Let's do it. Then Marte came in. He was sharp today. He went 1 inning. He had 13 strikeouts, and his ERA came down to an 11.25. We finished the game off in extra innings with Kimbrel. He had 1 inning. He had 1 strikeout, 17 pitches, 6.00 for his ERA. Comments. Brandon says Turner needs to take extra BP for some of the pitches because he was literally swinging everything. Dude, he's been doing it all season. It's been something I've been constantly complaining about.
I think he needs to not take BP.
He has been doing it a lot, apparently, taking batting practice.
How about he just stops taking batting practice? Just see what happens.
You know what I really liked about Trey is that he literally owned up. He said, I suck right now.
Can I tell you something?
And then today, he had that homer. Corey says, I love Ranger, but there's nothing else going on. Vince, I'll give him his next start before I get full trash mode on him. Corey, do you not remember your Snapchats today? You were fully trashing him.
Yeah, you sent them to me as well.
I loved it.
I can't. It's either that or I agree he should go into the bullpen, but I would rather him find his spot as a starter. I think that would be a very strong position we need. We need that rotation filled.
Brendan said his own mom booed him. I'm assuming you're talking about Trey Turner because he's been getting booed a lot, but not today. And then Corey says that was 75. Oh, that was only 75%. Oh, God, I cannot wait then. I can't wait to see it. But, dude, nobody is saying that we don't like Ranger. We all know. Why is she calling me? Why is she calling me? My sister. We all know that he's a lovable little gummy bear. But he's just not. He's not performing.
Can I just say something?
What's up?
And I'm just gonna blatantly say this because I don't give a fuck about people no more.
I don't think you ever had, but go on.
Corey, did you listen to Trey Turner's interview on 94.1? Did you stay for the whole time, or did you turn it off after the game ended? Because if I was to tell one of my black friends to give me a white impression, his voice is it. Like, I'm sitting there listening, and I'm like, I think if one of my black friends was making fun of me, like that would be the voice he would use to use me talking. He just sounds so goddamn white. Like,
Vince.
It was just funny. It was funny. I was laughing.
Star Wars 99 says this team needs to have better base running. So let's go in and talk about our batters. Let's go ahead and get into batter up.
Miners.
Pitch tonight. Fastball. It's a breaking ball. That's how you make a statement when you've been struggling. That's pitch tonight.
We're good. I just moved it in my line. Ignore me, y'all. Batter Up is brought to you by Hangman's Brewery. You can go to www.hangmansbrewing.com and also show up there on the 17th. We're having a live watch party watching the Phillies game. And as you can see during our podcast, we get very, very intense. So it's a show within a show within a show. It's always a good time. And beer is only $4 on tap. So there's that.
And he better have what was the one he tapped out the other day? The day we went for our last one. It was the IPA. He better have that back. I mean, I was loving the porter. Or not, Curse Bands. But he needs to get that IPA back.
Yes. Corey says he's not wrong. I giggled. Brandon says we got to do better. Runners in scoring position is fucking beyond trash. It's embarrassing. I mean, Let's just call it what it is.
It's what hurt us last year. And
I'm hoping, I think Trey Turner's home run today was a big deal.
Yeah, I think
hopefully it's a turning point for him, but I think that's good for the team as well.
I think these last two series, I mean, we got Marsh, he's batting good again. Bohm is finding his rhythm again. Schwarber seems like he's turning back into Mr. June.
Getting there.
We got that homer from Trey. Cassidy was a little rough, but I'm not going to talk bad about him because all we need is for him to just heat back up. He's been consistent. It's just a little rough as of late, but I think it's because of the way the games are going. I don't know who else.
Well, let's get into the numbers then. I'm going to go in order of appearance, which is not the typical lineup that we're used to. So I'm going to start off with Turner. Mm-hmm. He had 13 at-bats this series. He only had one run and only 2 hits, and that was today, I believe. But that home run that he had that finally, hopefully, fingers crossed, broke that curse for him is a 3 RBI. He had, like I said, 1 home run. He did walk once, and he had 3 strikeouts. His average is now a .250.
He's been driving the ball. It's just not where he wants it. And he's hitting doubles. If he's getting that ball where he wants it, he's going to be hitting doubles. And I think everybody should be on check for when he starts dropping them in.
It's not even about that. It's about him hitting and swinging at everything outside of the zone. Like, he's just got no sight on the ball and what's coming at him. That is the thing that is messing him up. And it's the thing that is the most frustrating to see. Like, we're constantly like, why did you swing at that? Brandon tagged me in a thing earlier on Twitter about they showed like the strike zone and all the balls that he swung at. Then all of them were like out of the strike zone. And it's so unbelievably frustrating. And I know it's frustrating for him and probably way more than what it is for all of us. But I really hope, and Corey is agreeing too, that this home run sparks something in him.
Well, if you look at it, he went 1 for 4 today. 2 of his were contact. He didn't strike out. He drove the ball into the outfield. So he didn't strike out fucking 3 times with a home run. He struck out once, and then he drove the ball twice, and then the fucking third time he made contact, it was a home run. So I feel like that is something that needs to be emphasized right now. I'm trying to make sure you're not yanking yourself. I don't know why it keeps getting pushed this way.
You keep moving.
But I think today was a good tray.
Some would say. In the month of May.
I might have to stop because you know it's going to come out next.
Star Wars 99 says these new rules are causing way too many arguments during the game. Just play baseball. I don't even know where to go on that.
You know what I'm getting sick of seeing? I'm
Umpires.
getting sick of seeing the pitcher going, oh, yeah, I just threw a pitch, but now my comm's fucked up. No, dude. No.
Well,
No.
It seems to happen a lot when that pitch timer goes down pretty low.
Mm-hmm. It's around that 2-3 time or 2-3 second on there. Yeah. Brandon
agrees with me. Robot umps. Yes, dude. You know.
He's trying to get you riled up.
Ricky said it too today.
It's common. I don't know if it's going to be next season, but
we're already besties right now, guys.
Well, I'm talking about the fucking robot umps.
I'm talking about Ricky.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be next season, only because this season they're doing the 50-50 split. So half the games have a robo, and then the other half don't. They still have a home plate umpire.
The minors?
Yeah, in the minors. Drake.
Oh, God. I said that to myself.
But I could imagine the next season down there, if they do a full season of it, I could see what 2025 the robot ump would have come in. But that's a lot, though. That you're going to change the whole game. There's no more painting.
Corey, that's an excellent point, Vince. Corey says when robot umps come in, they can finally fire Angel Hernandez and CB Buckner. And you know what? Let's add that guy today to that list. I don't remember his name.
Valentine.
Sounds like a stupid name. Anyway.
Angel Hernandez hasn't umpired a game since April 3rd.
Good.
So, I mean, I don't know, but also, I think them two nerds have a lawsuit against the MLB. So that might be why.
Thank you, Corey. It's a junior. Is it Valentine?
Mm-hmm.
Valentine. Okay. Yeah. Add him to that list because it was just atrocious.
Yeah.
Atrocious. So number 2 on the list is Castellanos. And yes, he did seem to struggle this series as well. He had 12 at-bats, 1 run and 1 hit. He walked twice and had 5 strikeouts, which was actually the most for anybody on the lineup for this series. And thank you, Corey. He said he's added. His average went down. He is now a .289. But he did have his shirt unbuttoned with no undershirt.
He is 30th in the MLB for a batting average. Just want to put that out there.
I mean, there's a lot of players in
So I was going to
MLB,
say, so if you think about it,
yeah.
you know who's ahead of him in 29?
Nope.
I'll tell you when he comes up.
What an asshole. Next up on my list, I have Harper, who had 9 at-bats. He had 2 runs and 4 hits. He walked 4 times and he only had 1 strikeout. His average is still in the 300s. It's a .324.
I mean, he's made it. He got walked today, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's been on base at least 2 times in every game. The first game, he got walked twice. He went 1 for 2. I mean, the dude's fucking bionicle. Like, how do you not have spring training? How do you come into a season?
Otherworldly.
And he's still seeing the ball. He completely adjusted his old warm up routine.
He's the best at what he does.
And people call him overrated. Like, dude, I
because
swear to God,
they're not Phillies fans. Obviously,
go into the when Papelbon disrespected Harper. Go into that thread and look at all the people that are like, Harper's fucking overrated. He just not like.
Yeah, I guarantee
he's
you
not.
They don't actually follow him and his stats and watch all the games and watch what he's doing and all that for them to say it.
Like,
it's just a hater.
Harper is, I think, yeah, best in the MLB. There's no one like him.
Brandon says he was my player of the series, meaning Harper.
Mm-hmm.
Corey wants to shout out Stubby's new baseball or catching gear. And Star Wars 99 says the first game of the Eternal Baseball playoffs are complete. Here, I don't know what that is, actually. Here's the daily playoff update for 524. 2 notes. These series are best of 3 in a 1-1-1 format with no off days. Okay. Well, there you go.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. Brandon says, like how the Rockies called him a crybaby. I got in a fight with 2 people on Twitter about this last week.
Oh, what? Because
they called Harper a crybaby. Also, the one guy I constantly fight with on Twitter, but somebody else added to it.
Wait.
It was a fun time, actually.
Are you talking about the guy that fucking smacked his glove at him and Harper snapped?
Yeah.
Dude.
That's what it was over. Yes.
Anybody that's calling him a crybaby is a little fucking bitch at the end of the day, because there's one thing you do not do to somebody, and that is disrespect them in their fucking house.
If that was football, that's called taunting. Penalty.
Yeah.
Corey says this is why I don't have Twitter. I have enough jail time in Facebook.
But it goes on Facebook too, dude.
Corey, this is why I don't have Facebook, because of all the times I'm in jail on Facebook. I'm done with it. Done with it, probably for good. I haven't had it in months, and I love it.
You don't even know. I literally have our Facebook is in dark mode for a reason. And it's so that way my head goes, you can't say that, dude.
I don't know what that means.
Because I would be just calling a bunch of people fucking cunts and losers all the time. And then we would just be our site would just be shut down.
Babe, remember, our sponsors don't like it when you say that word.
It happens, okay?
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Next up, we have Real Muto, who has been struggling. And I got very upset when they actually pulled Stubbs and put Real Muto in. Because Stubbs had a hit today, and I didn't understand that decision, and it pissed me off. He had 8 at-bats, 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 strikeout. His average is down to a 276, and for some odd reason, it seems like JT is doing better on the road. You want to know why? He's away from the newborn baby.
That's a bold statement right there.
I just clicked in my head.
That is bold.
It literally just clicked in my head.
So you're saying that for him to be successful, he has to be away from his kid?
No. I'm saying that a newborn baby has you awake like every 2 hours. When he's at home, that's what I'm saying.
Did he buy? I know Castellanos says.
Did he buy a baby? No.
What?
You can't buy
fuck?
babies.
No.
Vince. What is wrong with you?
You can. Yes, you can.
God.
We're not getting in that.
Oh my God, please don't.
No, does he have a buddy system like Bryce and Bryson?
I do not
Like
know.
Bryce adopted Bryson. He adopted a freaking middle-aged man.
Corey says, can you really call a bunt a hit? Hey, it got him on base, so yes.
What, JT?
He's talking about Stott. That's what Stott did. Brandon says, and the guy who was going after Rachele on Twitter was a Mets fan, so I put him in his place. Dude, it was two of them.
Wait, what?
But you did. You did go after the Mets
What?
guy.
Wait,
Thank
hold
you for
on,
having my
hold on.
back. What?
What? I don't know about this shit.
I tell you, Vince, you just don't pay attention to me. Corey says that and JT is hitting a 151 pitch hitting for his career. It's not good. JT is struggling.
And how many times does
Man.
JT get the opportunity to pitch hit?
Pretty much every time that he's not starting a game.
And how many times has that been?
It's typically like averaging once a series, maybe skipping one or two. But yeah. Well, let's move on to Schwarber, who had 10 at-bats. He had 1 run, 1 hit, 1 RBI, 1 home run. He got walked 3 times, and he had 1 strikeout. His average actually went down. It is now a .170.
He's the team home run leader with 12.
Which is crazy because
He just had 9, I know.
he's got the lowest average.
I don't think... This is why I don't get mad at him and I don't ever say anything bad. Is because although it's either once every 3 games or once every 4, or you get on back-to-back games, Schwarber hits home runs when he's fucking Schwarbinator, and he's Schwarbinator now. June's what? Go away.
Next
God damn
week.
It. What? Yeah, 8 days away.
Yeah.
I don't care.
And Corey says he looked and it's 86 for his career for JT.
What?
Pinch hitting.
Okay. He doesn't take days off.
I'm just saying, you asked and he gave us an answer. So thank you, Corey. So grateful over here. Gosh.
I'm sorry, I don't have a computer in front of me.
You have a phone, which is basically a mini computer.
Whoa. Let's stop the nerd. But no, his ability to hit home runs is why I leave him alone. And if he has a slump, I think he should be moved. But as far as his batting, I have no issue with it. And even last season, I didn't really I don't think I said anything bad about him. Besides, I didn't understand why he was at that position in the lineup while slumping.
I was waiting for someone to do it. Thank you, Brandon. He said hashtag Nerd Squad Unite. I appreciate my fellow Nerd Squad. All right, boom. I picked him as the player of the series. He had 11 at-bats, 1 run. He had 3 hits and 3 RBIs. He had 1 strikeout, and his average is a .264.
Can I talk to the producer? Who wrote my fucking notes?
You did.
He needs to be fired. He needs to be fucking...
What?
I have 2 days of him. Wow.
Well, he didn't start the one day.
All right, I don't need to be fired no more. No, I don't have the days because he came in and pitch hit and he stayed in the game and he went 1 for 2, right?
No, Bone was in the game all day.
No, not today. I mean, when he came in on his day off, he went 1 for 2.
I think so.
He is on the team. He is the RBI leader.
Corey said it first.
What?
That he's the RBI leader.
He has 35, and in the MLB, he is tied for 10th.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did not know that little tidbit. He struggled though a little bit today, defensively.
But he won the game.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm just saying this. You know what? I'm saying this for you because you're like, oh, he dives, can never get a ball. Well, that happened like 2 or 3 times today. So you're welcome.
I don't understand the statement you just made.
You always say when he tries to dive for a ball, he can't do it.
What happened today?
He was like, I'm saying this for you. Why are you arguing?
Because I want him to be a Gold Glove, and now you're just making me look bad.
Oh my God, Vince. You know what? Okay. After Boom, I had Stott. He did pretty good. He had 12 at-bats, 3 runs, 4 home runs. I'm sorry, 4 hits, 1 RBI, 1 home run, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. His average is a 291. And can we just stop moving Stott out of the leadoff guy? I don't care if it's a right-hander. I don't care if it's a left-hander. He needs to stay number 1 in the lineup. Period.
He is the best average on the team with that 291.
No, he's not.
On the team?
Harper is.
His doesn't count because of how many games he has. I'm dead serious. If you look at stats, they're not counting him.
Okay, well that's just mean.
Okay. So anyway, he is 29th. He's the one that was ahead of Nick Castellanos.
Oh, we finally have that long-awaited question answered.
Yeah, trust me. When I was doing this and I'm looking at what I have written down, and then I'm looking at Harper, and I'm like, why is Harper not the best on the team with his average right now? And it's because of the amount of games he's been in. All right. He is in the MLB with hits. He has 57. He is 7th.
Sweet. This guy I'm just going to briefly mention. Harrison, he only had 2 at-bats.
Minors.
He had 1. Damn it.
Minors.
1 strikeout. He is a 185.
Minors. A 185.
Stop saying it. Gosh. Corey's agreeing plate appearances. Why? And then Guthrie, who had 5 at-bats. He had 1 run and 1 hit. His average is a 133.
Get my favorite number off of his fucking average. This is bullshit. I don't like him. I don't like his stupid little face. I don't like that he came in for Nick. I don't care how fast his little... God, I'm gonna get us fucking canceled. It's gonna happen.
Please don't do that.
I don't see the benefit of having him.
Corey, did you mean to call him Guppy? Because that's hysterical.
Oh my God, that is his name from now on.
Yes, I called him Guppy. He says to Minor. That's the new canned meat.
Hashtag Guppy.
I love that.
I don't think, honestly, and this is kind of giving a quick little nod to Philly news, I don't think Guthrie's going to be up much longer with how Nick Cave is producing down in the minors.
Potentially.
He's on a 16-game hit streak, and I think it's only a matter of time before he comes back up, but maybe it's just because Nick Cave's my boy. I'm really upset that he had to get sent down, but he needed to. So I think it's going to prove a point.
Sometimes it's the best decision for the player.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, like with Alvarado and...
What about Nola? Why couldn't Nola have went down?
Nola is not ever going to be a player that ever goes down to the minors at this point in his career. Just
you
know.
Better pray.
Let's move on to the bearded
You better
wonder.
pray to Taylor Swift that he never gets sent down.
Don't you ever say my Lord and Savior's name in your mouth. No. Anyways, moving on to Marsh.
Wait. You better pray that he never gets sent down to the minors this fucking season. Because if he gets sent down and comes back up and he's fucking fire, I'm going to look at you and just go, huh.
Dude, he's in a contract year. They're not going to send him to a minors. They'd make a trade for him. So many other teams would take him.
No. I would literally, immediately after he's done pitching, send him to the minors, and when it's his day to come back, I would bring him up the day before and go, hey.
Can we stop saying minors? I'm going to end up needing another.
How'd the minors treat you? On
the bearded wonder.
Found a stroke.
Yeah, he was, I think they said it was a 15 game, like hitting thing. Like, he was in a slump. He finally got it back.
He got a stroke back.
He had 6 at-bats. He had 2 hits with 2 RBIs.
Just stroking fire today.
Stop it right now. He had 3 strikeouts, and his average is a 269.
Strokelicious.
Why are you so immature? Wow, too bad we can't edit that out of the broadcast. But yeah, that's hysterical. That brought tears to my eyes.
His stroke is on fire.
I'm going to move on. We can't talk about Marsh now. Clemens, who went 9 at-bats. He had 1 run and 3 hits with 2 RBIs. Vince is still not a fan of him, but he's actually doing something. He had 1 walk and 1 strikeout. His average is a 246.
Catch. That's what he did. He didn't even try. I knew you weren't ready.
You're at catch, and I just saw a hard object like coming out my face.
How did he miss that ball? Give me one reason.
So I get what you're saying about that on first base, defensively.
But anybody that is not having an issue with that are the same morons that were literally bashing Rhys Hoskins for actually missing a ball that hit and took a bad bounce, and he wasn't able to fucking grab it. Like, it wasn't his fault. It was just a hypothetical bad fielding, if you want to call it that. But the ball was right in his. It was in his glove, and he moved his glove. Is what I seen. That's how stupid I think he is. I'm done with him. He can be a DH. That's the best I'm giving him, or a pitch hitter.
You know what? I'm here for Clemens.
I'm here for Clemens. I'm not.
Clemens
I'm
and
not.
lemons.
I'm not. I'm done.
After Clemens, I've got Sosa. He definitely struggled. He only had 3 at-bats in his defense, so that's not a lot to work with. But he did have 1 strikeout, and his average is a 275. And then we had Stubby, and yes, I am calling his bunt a hit, Corey.
Sergeant Stubby.
He had 3 at-bats with 1 hit, and he struck out twice, and his average is now a 226.
Gotta respect Sergeant Stubby. He is a veteran.
Brandon says Vince better give Rachele a pass for defending Rhys when he comes back, like you give Ranger a pass on his starts. Yes.
I've never said anything bad about Rhys.
Did y'all see the picture of him bearded holding a baby? Because I did.
Was his shirt unbuttoned?
No. But
I don't think he has a body like that.
He had a baby.
I don't think he has like a Castellanos body. I'm just saying.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut because I'll get in trouble.
Moving on.
All right, so that is all of our batters that we saw this series. So let's get into Phillies news before I do get into trouble right here. Don't talk about Rhys's body like that. Long on our screen, but it's like not for you guys, and I don't understand it.
Doesn't make sense. Well, we're on a delay.
Yeah, but
like you're talking right now, but you're not talking.
No, I understand that. I'm not looking at the screen. I'm talking about like how the music plays, and then we're just like thinking we're still behind the scenes and we're not. And I don't understand. Actually, I think my computer probably needs an update, so that could be part of the problem. So anyways, Phillies news brought to you, of course, by Norse Beers, which Vince mentioned earlier. Yes, you need to stop saying minors because now I need a new one. I'm going to take you out while I say all these. Also by Bright Path Brewing. You can go to www.brightpathbrewing.com for some amazing beers and brews. Also, along with them, I almost spoke too soon. Along with them, Sterling Pig. You can go to their website, sterlingpig.com. Check all of them out. And we are doing Delco Dive this Friday. So that's always a shit-tastic show. I mean that in a great way. What? I mean that in like it's fun. It's a lot of fun. We make fools out of ourselves on there tasting all these beers. But be sure to check that out, guys, because it's a lot of fun. Keep getting yanked by my cord. It's because you stand up on the couch, Vince.
No, it's because that pillow is normally on your leg.
So, do you have other news, or should I get into the stats?
No, I got.
All right, say yours first, and then I'll go into our stats as of today.
Let's see. We got. I already told you about Jake Cave and his 16-game hitting streak. Abel had actually his last couple outings have been very strong in the minors. You remember Moore?
Yeah.
He's starting to find his arm again. Remember, we kind of sent him back down because he sucked.
Are we gonna get more of him?
Yeah, I think we're going to get more out of Moore. Because we were getting less out of Moore, which is really confusing.
But sometimes less is more.
Yeah, but how can more be less? See?
You broke my brain.
Fun fact. Real good reason to send Bailey Falter down. Because he just did a 5 2/3 innings. Gave him 5 runs. So he's still the same down in the fucking minors.
I think that has maybe messed with his confidence. And he's going to need to kind of get like an ego check for that and realize I'm here for a reason. Let me try to make this work out in my benefit and actually, sharpen up.
But are we going to get an Alvarado like outcome from this?
I don't know.
Are we going to get I got sent down to the minors and now I'm back up and I'm still, same shit, same plate.
Honestly, it all depends on him.
Let me run through a couple more and then I got a quick little stat.
Corey says Falter is done.
You think so?
It's not looking good.
Not even bullpen? Like, Corey, you don't think he could be a 1 inning?
Yeah, maybe he can join Ranger in there.
Oh, you're just trying to fire the conversation up now today, aren't you?
Aren't you?
Your knight in shining armor started rehab today.
Who is that?
The guy that blew his fucking ACL is not playing right now. Alvarado had his first bullpen practice today. Could be a couple more weeks. It's just something's not sitting right, and it's on Rob's side because he's starting to get angry about the fact that he's like not being back in our bullpen, but something is not sitting right with Rob. And
yeah, Rob is very notoriously cautious with injuries. He has always been that way. And it shows now, especially with him being the actual manager.
Yeah.
And real quick, Corey says that he thinks he'll be some kind of package deal on a trade. Hey, maybe with Nola.
Dude, it's not. I don't think it's at all possible, but I think
why not?
I'd have to look into it on what his contract is. But if we traded Aaron Nola and Bailey Falter and I'm not going to say the last person.
Corey says not a chance in hell.
You know where I'm going with this?
Who?
Shohei Ohtani. If we could trade for him, could you?
We're not going to ever get Ohtani.
Oh my God, I hope we do it now. If we fucking trade for Shohei Ohtani at the fucking deadline, and I'm right, I'm gonna rub this in everybody's faces. I'm just saying, if it's a plausibility, because that seems garbage. The Angels are just...
Corey, not a chance in hell. And he screamed that.
I seen the intensity on the screen before it popped up on ours.
Yeah.
All right, so anyway, on to the next. Andrew Painter.
Also, Brandon says Ohtani would be awesome. It's not going to happen.
I'm going to look into his contract after we go
Not going to happen.
off. And I'm going to give you a scenario where a trade...
Speaking on Andrew Painter.
Oh, God.
Kruk and I talked. And, they don't want to push him too much too soon.
Uh-huh.
So I think he's going to finally start doing like a smaller kind of mound, like a slant, but not like an actual mound that he's going to be throwing from. Yes, guys, he is in Philly. He has been for a couple weeks, but he is not ready to go.
Did you read my notes or something?
No, I talked to Kruk.
You talked to Kruk?
Yeah.
So what he started doing was side box pitching. And that is when he throws either on the rubber and the catcher moves in, or he moves lower on the mound closer to the catcher. They did that the last couple of outings. He's still stuck at midsummer. I'm going your birthday. I'm not saying he's going to start. All right. So don't say I said he's going to start on the 14th, but I think he will be on the roster on your birthday, June 14th. I think that's when he gets activated. Oh fuck, what's his name? God damn it. It's the guy down in Clearwater, the pitching. He's been kind of just like working with him and trying to get him more acclimated, because it seemed like when he got in the spring training, it just kind of got him a little twisted, and that's kind of what fucked his arm up. But Nick Nelson he's in the AAA. He had a game. He's in the middle of eval. So I think they're evaluating his next couple games. He just did a 4-inning, 68 pitches. So we could potentially see him.
We should just add a new segment called like
Philly
what's
news.
happening in the minors.
Well, I mean, what do you want me to do?
No. I didn't mean like.
Oh, you want to add that?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Also, sorry. Corey says he'll be up when the rosters get expanded. Is that an actual thing? Like, is that something that's going to happen? Because I haven't even heard that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Because they already expanded it this season from 24 to 26, correct?
Yeah, I thought it was to make room for pitchers.
I don't remember what it was for, but I know that it just got expanded this season. Are they talking about expanding more, or Corey, are you just like wishful thinking right now? Because I really want to know about that. So, do you have anything else, Vince?
I got one last. Noah Song is throwing a bullpen. If there's no setbacks, he could be in our bullpen within the next 2 weeks, which I'm excited for because so many people told me I was a fucking idiot and he was a Rule 5 and he's going to end up not being a Philly, and he's going to end up being a Philly, and these people are wrong and I'm right once again. Bitches. But no, he's been doing really good in his rehab. I know they're really excited with the way that he's handling his command, and I think he started kind of working on a new pitch, which is kind of weird, but because he's coming off fucking injury. But
no, but that's good.
Yeah, so
expanding that
we could see him back. Actually, I wrote down. I think he'll be back within the next 2 series. So let's see what happens. It'd be cool if him and Painter come up at the same time.
Yes, that would be awesome. Corey's basically just saying what we just said, that they already expanded the rosters. I was just curious, Corey, if they were planning on doing that again based off your other comment. So for me, I got the stats for you guys, updated version after the series. The Phils are now 23-26. Atlanta is still in the number 1 spot for the NL East. They are a 604. New York Mets are behind them at a 510. They are 4.5 games away from them. Then you have the Miami Marlins, who are at 490, and they are 5.5 games out from the Braves. And then Philly, we went up. We were 7 games back. With today's win, we are now 469, and we are now 6.5 games away from the Braves. And then the poor, lonely Washington Nats, they are 417, and they are 9 games out. Mm-hmm. So that is the current standings.
Yeah, I wish I started my season off against them.
Against the Nats?
Yeah. I think not the first series of it, but both the Braves and the Mets, the back-to-back series. Like, they played the Nationals played, I think, the Braves and then the Mets. Like, and I think they won 1 game out of the whole thing.
So, speaking on them, these next 2 series that we'll be on the road for are gigantically important for the Phils. These are our division rivals. We face the Braves, we face the Mets, and it's going to be huge. So, thank God they're leaving today with a win. And let's just hope and pray so much that this momentum sticks with them when they face the Braves. And with that being said, too, before I move on to Rachel's joke, which by the way is a good one, I just want to say we will, unfortunately, because I know you all wanted to hear it, because it would be fire, because we all know how Vince feels about the Braves. We will not be able to do a pre-show tomorrow. Our daughter has school activities that obviously take precedence. But we will absolutely have a post-series show, which will be hot. Whether we win or lose, I'm sure it will be hot.
Well, I mean, hypothetically, if you wanted to, we could do on Friday and just act like the first day didn't happen.
Friday's Delco Dive.
Fuck, never mind, we can't. Jesus Christ. I'm actually very confident going into this 4-game series. I think that we're going to show them there's a reason we beat them in the postseason, and there's a reason that their entire fan base has micro penises. I've been waiting to use this all day. They're crybabies with micro penises. I'm going to see how long my list of insults for the Braves can go. It's going to be a fun season.
Also, Corey says, so this joke is going to get interesting. Y'all, I may have hyped it up too much. I sent different snaps to Corey and to Brandon. I may have hyped it up. But we'll see. Let's get into Rachel's mom joke.
That was the awkward button, by the way. I don't understand it.
Now time for the Rachel mom joke.
My thing just moved on me. There we go. Rachel's mom joke is brought to you by Neshaminy Creek Brewing. There it is. No, there it just disappeared again. What is happening?
I'll save you. I have a quick question. Why do you play the video for all the other ones, and this one you read?
I'll tell you why. So can I finish reading the thing?
Uh-huh.
And I'll tell you. Rachel's mom joke is brought to you by Neshaminy Creek Brewing Company. You can go to www.neshaminycreekbrewing.com and check out all their awesome beer and more. And of course, Friday on Delco Dive Live. The reason being, Vince, is you once told me that you thought the opening video was amazing, all those annoying pictures, and you like to do a Rachel's mom joke as a reel. So I thought it was a good opening for the reel. You're welcome. Thanks for embarrassing me even further. But now I'll do it. I don't understand your face right now. Are you ready?
Yep. You've been hyping this up since
I
I
know,
got
I'm
him.
a little nervous because I think I might have hyped it up too much, but I died when I read this. What do you call a book club, that's been stuck on the same book for years?
Dead Wives Club.
Church.
Oh God, you know how I feel about that, and that just made me so happy.
Corey said someone who can't read.
They're passionate about it, though.
Brandon loved it. Thank you, Brandon. I died too.
If there wasn't a delay, we could literally wait for their reactions to add it to the clip, but that delay would have been way too much. Wow. Just wow.
I'm crying.
Yeah, so anyway, you can follow me and Rage. I am at fanlot_dcar on Twitter. Corey, we know you don't have one. She is at fanlot_rage on Twitter. We are the Fanlot on Twitter. Follow Old City Sports Network on Twitter. Oh God, you're killing me. This is like when you make your jokes and you sit there and laugh the whole time. Follow us on Facebook. We are Fanlot Phillies. Follow Old City Sports on Facebook as well. God damn, what is wrong with my brain today? Is there anything else I'm missing? Follow all the other shows. Follow our YouTube. And the up and coming, soon to launch, Bird's the Word.
Yes.
With Tommy. Where is that nerd at? He's part of the nerd squad.
He might be busy.
What is he?
Oh,
He better not be.
tattoos.
He better not be bowling.
He can't get tattoos.
Yes, he can.
Really? They
Yeah.
allow them?
Everybody in the Air Force gets tattoos on their ass. It's out of sight, out of mind. Don't ask, don't tell.
Just no.
Mm-hmm. Ask my dad. He's in the Air Force.
I am not asking your dad about his ass.
Ask him. Be like,
no.
Let me see your tattoo.
Where do we go wrong?
Let me see a tattoo on your butt.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing that. As usual, guys. Of course, go Phils. And these next two series are going to be hugely important. So we will see you guys back. Well, we'll actually see you on Delco Dive if you tune in, and then we will see you back on Phillies post-series coverage of Phillies against the Braves.
The crybabies.
Fingers crossed, and thank you all so much for all of your time and watching and tuning in
Fuck the
and
Braves.
commenting. And like Vince said,
Fuck the Braves.
and go Phils.
Fuck the Braves.